All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly heartwarming narrative all about cause, effect, and the incredibly beautiful, reciprocal nature of kindness. We're going to walk through a seemingly simple story that actually holds a pretty profound lesson about how empathy plays out in our daily lives.
So, can a single shared sandwich change your life? I mean, it sounds like a total exaggeration, right? But as we trace the emotional arc of our story today, I really want you to keep this exact question in the back of your mind. We so often think of life-altering events as these massive, earth-shattering moments. But what if the most profound changes in our lives are actually triggered by the smallest, quietest actions? Let's dive in and see exactly how that happens.
To understand this, we've got to start at the very beginning. Section 1. A cold morning encounter.
Picture the scene. It's one exceptionally cold morning, and a young boy named Liam is just walking home from school. The air is absolutely biting. The kind of weather that just makes you want to hurry up and get inside. As he walks down this quiet street, there are practically no distractions. It's literally just him and the chill in the air. The pacing of his walk is steady, it's routine, it's completely unremarkable. Until
he catches this faint sound, a very quiet woof. Woof. Now this soft, desperate little noise completely stops Liam in his tracks. It's barely even audible over the cold wind, but it's just enough to break the dead silence of that street. Liam starts looking around, trying to figure out where this tiny plea for help is even coming from.
And what he finds is just heartbreaking. Hiding behind a cardboard box is a tiny puppy. The sensory contrast here is honestly striking. You have this harsh, freezing morning surrounding this incredibly vulnerable, fragile little creature. And the puppy isn't just lost, the story explicitly notes that he was hungry, weak, and scared. It's one of those moments that demands an immediate choice from us. Do you keep walking, or do you intervene?
Well, Liam chooses to intervene, and that brings us straight to Section 2, building a lasting bond.
Seeing this shivering, totally frightened animal, Liam responds with instant compassion. He says, "Oh no, you must be hungry." He doesn't overthink it, he doesn't hesitate, he just reaches into his bag and shares his lunch sandwich with the puppy. And the response? It's immediate. The little dog happily gobbles up every single bite, and despite being so incredibly weak just a few moments before, he wags his tail. That one simple sandwich bridges the entire gap between a scared stray and a caring kid.
Let's look at how this builds over time, because it really is beautiful. It all starts on day one, with that shared lunch sandwich. But it doesn't end there. It actually turns into a routine. Every single afternoon, the puppy waits for Liam to finish school. And over time, that simple act of waiting turns into active joy. They're playing together, running through the park, and officially becoming best friends. Empathy wasn't just a one-off event here. It became a daily practice for both of them.
But as we all know, routines, no matter how peaceful, can be broken in an instant. Section 3. Danger in the ditch.
It's evening time. The daylight is fading, and Liam is out riding his bicycle. Suddenly, the completely unexpected happens. He accidentally falls into a deep ditch right near the road. In a split second, a fun, normal bike ride turns into a scenario of absolute immediate physical danger. And here is the absolutely crucial point. He shouted for help, but no one could hear him. Liam is completely isolated. He's trapped down in this ditch, he's injured, or at the very least, he's totally stuck, and his voice just isn't carrying to anyone who could possibly pull him out. This drastically heightens the urgency. A cold night is rolling in, and Liam is entirely alone. Or, well, at least he thinks he is.
This is where the narrative shifts gears entirely. Section 4. The puppy's rescue mission. The focus now turns entirely to the puppy's heroic response.
Because the puppy doesn't just sit there and whine. His actions are frantic, sure, but they are incredibly structured. Step 1, he immediately sprints to Liam's house. Step 2, he starts barking loudly at the front door, just absolutely demanding their attention. And step 3, once he finally has the parents' attention, because obviously they know something is very wrong, he leads them straight back to the ditch. I mean, this gives the rescue so much weight. It shows this deep, almost instinctual connection the dog has to Liam, knowing exactly how to get the specific help his friend needs. Thanks to those amazingly swift actions, we arrive at Section 5, Welcome Home Lucky. Following the puppy's frantic lead, the parents find the ditch. They cry out Liam in pure relief and quickly manage to pull him up to safety. The puppy had, quite literally, just saved his life.
Once he's finally safe, Liam pulls his furry best friend in for a massive hug. And it's here that he realizes the profound nature of what just went down, telling the dog, "You helped me when I needed you most." It's such a heartfelt realization. The boy who saved a starving puppy is now the boy who was saved by that very same puppy.
This contrast brilliantly illustrates the massive transformation that took place. Look at how it started, a hungry, weak, incredibly scared stray hiding behind a box. And look at how it is now, Lucky the dog, a literal lifesaver, officially adopted and a beloved member of the family. His physical and emotional reality was completely, 100% transformed, all because of one single act of empathy.
So what does this all mean for us? That brings us to our final takeaway. Section 6. The power of kindness. Let's really break down why this works the way it does.
This dynamic perfectly captures what we can think of as a reciprocity loop. Think about it. Liam's act of sharing his sandwich saved the puppy from severe hunger. In turn, the puppy's act of leading the parents saved Liam's life. There is this perfect reciprocal symmetry to their actions. The kindness output by one character literally becomes the exact survival input for the other. It's a real game changer when you view it that way.
Distilling everything we've looked at today, we find the core moral of the story. First, even the very smallest act of kindness, literally half a sandwich, matters immensely. Second, genuine empathy creates friendships that last a lifetime. And third, kindness always comes back to you when you need it the absolute most. This isn't just some sweet bedtime story about a boy and a dog. It's a structural blueprint for how positive actions ripple outward and inevitably find their way back to us.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought to really chew on. When was the last time a small act of kindness came back to you when you needed it most? Think about the sandwiches you've shared in your own life, metaphorically speaking, of course, and the Luckies you've encountered. It's a really powerful reminder that what we put out into the world truly does find its way back. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this wonderful story today, and hey, keep looking for those tiny opportunities to share a little kindness yourself. Catch you next time.